Yo, 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 yo. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Maxandjuancast. Back at it with the NFL previews. Max, how you doing today?
Doing really good, man. How are you?
I'm good. Today we're going to be talking a little bit NFC West.
Ugh.
A lot of California teams up in there. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, comment down below any thoughts, opinions that you guys have. We back at it with the setup, man. Let's go ahead and talk some football, man, because football is here.
Ready.
I'm so ready for the season.
Man,
to
fuck
start.
Preseason, right?
Fuck the preseason.
It's just like a tease, bro. Yeah. It's like that girl in high school. It's
the
just
worst
like,
is the fucking Hall of Fame game.
I know. It's like yeah. Like, nah, dog, take it off. Like, stop teasing.
All right. Let's talk San Francisco 49ers, all right?
When was the last time we saw the 49ers in game action? Do you remember?
Jeez. Yeah.
What's that one? What's that? Tell me what that is. Just like a fucking fist right up your brown fucking eye.
Yes, the last time we saw the San Francisco 49ers, they got beat by the Philadelphia Eagles, lost in the NFC Championship. 13-4, first in the division. Kyle Shanahan back at it. Calling plays also. New defensive coordinator, replacing DeMeco Ryans with Steve Wilks, former head coach.
You think there'll be a drop-off?
I don't think so. I really like that.
A lot of talent there, man.
I really like that pickup by the Niners. Some of the storylines. Of course, the big one, man. Darnold, Trey Lance, Brock Purdy. Who's going to start? Will the QB position haunt them? Can they finally get over that hump and elite defense or natural regression with DeMeco Ryans leaving?
Got a couple guys. Javon Hargrave's definitely going to help from the middle. Guess that's just kind of like, hey, Javon Kinlaw, you never fucking worked out, buddy. Like, yeah. I'm sorry. As
you guys can see from the key additions, Max already mentioned Hargrave. Picked up Sam Darnold also.
If Brock Purdy's not ready to go, I think it's Darnold's job.
Yeah.
I think we can call Trey Lance what he is at this point.
We'll see about that. Some of the key losses, another quarterback, Jimmy G, in Vegas now.
Guy wins, bro.
Azeez Al-Shahir went to the Tennessee Titans. It was a great signing. Mike McGlinchey heads off to the Broncos. Jimmy Ward off to DeMeco Ryans land in Houston. And Emmanuel Mosley went to the Detroit Lions. Not a bad pickup for the Lions.
Not at all.
All right.
That's a lot of guys won.
So, with winning comes loss. So, let's see how they bounce back. But the one thing with this team,
they don't need a quarterback to win.
Yeah, they don't need a quarterback to win, and they don't really have one. I mean, look, the Brock Purdy situation was crazy to fucking watch. He just kept on winning and winning and winning. And we will never know. We would never know if the Niners could have beat the Eagles that game because Brock Purdy got hurt.
They weren't, but I digress. But no, Juan, you think about the quarterbacks that have been there.
Yeah.
Jimmy G, what do they do with him? They win in spite of him. Brock Purdy, they win. Even when he's not playing his best, they win.
Even Trey Lance,
they win, even though he's not that great of a quarterback. Darnold's got talent. So what if they add a little talent to this, a little off-kilter stuff? The problem with them is, it doesn't seem to matter who they have other than Brock Purdy, Jimmy G, Darnold. It's got quarterbacks that kind of self-harm the team. That's kind of been their Achilles heel, I would say, is just the quarterback position. And maybe one, if you want to talk about it, the right tackle. Like, I know you're not a big McGlinchey fan.
No.
But what do you think about Colton McKivitz? Not really. I don't know much about him, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go with kind of unproven commodity. Kind of got to see what he is. Obviously, with Kyle Shanahan, you just trust him because this guy gets it done year in and year out. I don't like the Niners. Fuck them.
Yeah.
But I pay them their respects. They're a hell of a football team.
Yeah, Kyle Shanahan is a hell of a coach, man.
Absolutely.
He just proves year in and year out. And it just seems like they have a great defense every year.
They drafted Drake Jackson from USC, who might be a perfect fit.
Yeah. They got Fred Warner, who's possibly the best linebacker in football. They got Nick Bosa, possibly the best edge rusher in football to some opinions. But they're loaded.
Hufunga came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
solid.
Deebo Samuel. They arguably got the best running back in the league, and Christian McCaffrey to some people's opinion. So they're stacked to the gills, bro. And I expect nothing different from them. They won 13 games last year in spite of the Trey Lance bullshit that went on, the Jimmy G injury.
Bullshit.
Like,
we thought at this point last year, we were like, oh, there's no way this guy's coming back to the team.
And
there he was for a good part of the season.
And as far as Trey Lance goes, I'm not going to call him a bust. I think it's a little bit too early to call him that. But you said it right. I mean, he is what he is.
You would just, if you're a Niner fan, you would just hope to God, like, how does he not win this job?
And he's not going to.
I don't think he is either.
Yeah, because if it's not Purdy, it's looking like Darnold, the way that I'm seeing it.
And I think they're both just keeping it warm for Purdy.
Yeah, exactly. And as far as Trey Lance goes, I would love him to have a new scenery, bro. Get a new team. He's just in a tough situation because this is what I was kind of saying when they drafted him. We don't have time. As the 49ers, we don't have time. You know who did have time? The Giants. Imagine if Daniel Jones was on the Niners and he performed like that. He would have been gone. Same thing. But the Giants had time. They were well off with losing games. The Niners are not like that. And injuries play a part of it.
Their window's been open.
Yeah, and injuries play part of it. I understand that. But the best ability is availability. And he hasn't done that. And when he has been on the field, hasn't looked all that good. So that I just wanted to say that about Trey Lance. Anything else on the San Francisco 49ers, Max?
No, you hit it on the spot. I mean, 11-5 over under. I'm going over. I think the division's a little weak. I think the only team really to worry about is Seattle. I don't have a lot of faith in the Rams, and I think the Cowboys are the worst team. I'm sorry, the Cardinals are the worst team in football.
And I think the Niners have all these teams' numbers, including the Seahawks.
Yeah, they just don't have a good matchup for Seattle.
Yeah. And as far as Christian McCaffrey goes, I'm just going to say it right now, I feel like he's going to have a career year. I think he's going to be everything that they ever wanted for him. Just more time with this playbook. A whole offseason.
Well, just to play around with him, too, which is going to be crazy.
Look what they did with him in that short time. Imagine what they're going to do with a full offseason. Mm-hmm. So I'm hyped for the Niners. I'm going over as well. And I'm hyped for McCaffrey, man. And whoever's at quarterback. How shocked would you be if Trey Lance wins the job?
Shocked.
I'll be shocked.
Shocked and a little scared.
Yeah. Because I feel like if they do start him, I don't feel like it's going to be because he earned it. More like we need to see what this kid is. So we're going to have to start him.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you on that.
And I feel like you're playing with fire at that point.
I agree.
Seattle Seahawks, who shocked the fucking world last year.
Again, at this point last year, we were talking about, hey, let's blow it up.
Yeah.
Let's blow this shit up.
They said, fuck you guys. We're not doing that. We're going to win 9 games, second in the division, and we're going to make it to the playoffs. They lost to the 49ers. Pete Carroll coming back, Shane Waldron, and Cliff Hurt for defensive coordinator. Storylines, Geno Smith, year 2. Let's see what he can do.
They put some faith in him. They gave him a little extension. I still don't think he's their long-term answer, but he'll be just a good placeholder for right now.
Sneaky contender, talent infusion, second-year breakouts. They had a lot of rookies on their team last year.
Charles Cross and Abraham Lucas held it down at the tackle positions, and obviously there were some rookie pains, but
Tariq Woolen, one of the best rookie classes that we have seen perform. Kenny Walker, just to name another one.
Somebody was wrong about him on this show. I won't say who.
Max. But key additions. Devin Witherspoon from Illinois. Love him. Number 1 corner in the draft for me.
And then someone I love.
Jackson Smith and Jigba, wide receiver, who I've heard so many things about.
Good or bad?
Like, no, he is killing it. Like, he is everything and more for the Seattle Seahawks right now. So my whole thing, I'll get into it later, but I have a pretty bold prediction.
Okay.
Julian Love.
Good
added him.
Swiss Army
Oh
knife.
my God, great
Bobby
pickup.
Wagner, I'm very happy to see him.
He's
back.
home. He's home. Key losses, Ryan Neal, who I think is going to be a little bit felt if Julian Love doesn't wind up,
He kind of had some physicality to the position and stuff, yeah.
And Al Woods, who's a veteran leader.
Yeah. But they got Draymond Jones. I forgot to mention him. Draymond Jones, fucking stud.
Yeah. We're going to go over best case scenario. So for this to work, everyone has to take a leap. Charles Cross, Tariq Woolen, Kenny Walker has to be better. Can't be getting hurt. Okay, has to stay available. DK, Tyler Lockett, all these players, they have the talent to do it. But there's a next level to this. There's a level up. And what do we say all the time? Expectations now. How you going to perform?
Very much so.
No one's expecting you guys to lose now.
But, man, you got to have a lot of faith in Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
He's just the guy who gets it done. Like, you think about Seattle, they haven't really been bad in the last 10 years. And they reloaded the last 2. And the Jordan Brooks is coming back. Hey, this is a guy I make fun of all the time, and we both do. Jamal Adams. What if he can come back and just give them something, dude? Yeah. He's a talent. As much shit as I give him. That year where he had like 12 sacks, he was outstanding for them.
Yeah. And they need him. And
if maybe they can put him in a position where it's like, hey, you don't have to guard Cooper Kupp anymore.
Yeah.
Because that's not your game.
And they have a recipe for winning. It's pound the ball, let Geno just make plays here and there, and play defense. And their defense definitely has to get better.
And what's good about it is, too, when it's like, hey, when he has to make those plays, Lockett and DK are some of the most dynamic receivers. And they added Njigba, who can be a slot specialist.
Yeah, and my whole thing about Jackson Smith and Njigba, I wasn't a huge fan of him.
No, because you're into the draft. You're a bitch.
I know. That's the wrong word, Max. We don't use that word around here.
You're a hook ass bitch.
Jackson Smith, number 5 receiver for me. My whole thing is this. I think he is going to fall in perfect puzzle piece for the Seattle Seahawks, but who's going to take the back seat? Because it's not going to be DK.
I think Lockett.
I think it's going to be Lockett. And I think they're going to lose out on Lockett. And I think he might be a trading piece if they don't wind up winning some games.
Okay, I can see that. It's like, yeah, he's a little 29 years old.
Yeah, he's on the older side. I can see a team, we're talking about the Buffalo Bills. Like, I can see the Buffalo Bills getting their hands on a Tyler Lockett, just any type of contender. So Seattle got to watch out. Worst case scenario, if things go bad, how many games do you see them winning for worst case?
6 or 5.
Still
I
pretty
don't think
good.
They're going to be asked. I mean, I think, dude, you're playing the Cardinals and the Rams. You could sweep both those teams.
Geno would have to be a fraud.
Yeah, Geno would have to just...
Yeah, exactly. And rookies wind up taking a step back.
Yeah, it's like kind of like the whole team's in shambles and shit. But I find that super hard to believe.
Yeah. The over-under for the Seattle Seahawks, Max, is 8.5.
Over. I'm going over because the weakness of the division where the Rams and the Cardinals are going to be bad, in my opinion.
Yeah. I'm going to go over as well, Max. I like myself some Seattle Seahawks. I think they have too many weapons. I love Kenny Walker. I know he's hurt right now, but I think he'll be fine. Geno Smith is going to be fine. Thing that sucks is for them to get anywhere, they're going to have to get over that hurdle and beating the Niners.
They need to beat them at some point this year.
Yeah. And I don't think that's going to happen.
It'll be tough for sure.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Let's go to the LA Rams right in our backyard. Sean McVay, Liam Cohen, and Raheem Morris. 5-12 last year, Max.
They're over under 7.5 won.
Fucking wow. This is a team that just won the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Yeah, but the way they won it, this was always the thing. It's like, who was on their Super Bowl defensive line? Vaughn, Leonard Floyd, A'Shawn Robinson, Donald. Who's left? Aaron Donald. They have Bobby Brown, Kobe Turner, Byron Jones, rookie, Ernest Jones, like Jordan Fuller. They have no corners that lead me. The more I look at it, we could kind of go through these next 2 teams quick. This team is going to be bad in my estimation. I have a lot of hope in McVay just to kind of piece together the offense because Cooper Kupp's a monster.
Who's hurt,
but he'll be fine. Skoranek, Cam Akers. I don't see how this team can win. They're bad in both trenches other than Aaron Donald. And there's only been so much talk about Donald and McVay kind of going, and Stafford, they was like a sneaky trade person.
I'm surprised that Stafford is back. I thought he was done.
I think he's our only hope if he can turn in like some fucking. But there's the talent around him's bad, right? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, and I think he's done. I think Stafford is done. I think we're gonna find out really quick.
They won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck it.
I know, but
like that was what they.
I would have tried to trade Stafford.
I would have too. I'm just saying, but that was their plan, so they can't be mad.
Yeah,
like you can go to the key additions and look at the key additions versus the key losses. Mm-hmm. If this team was really trying to contend, Jalen Ramsey's not getting traded.
Yeah.
So go ahead, go over him, please.
Key additions: Steve Avila from
TCU.
TCU,
really good.
Yeah, great pickup for them. Tyler Johnson, DeMarcus Robinson.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's just fucking weak-ass receivers, honestly. Key losses. Edges. Leonard Fournette. Or that's the second time I do that.
Yeah.
Leonard Floyd went to Buffalo. Jalen Ramsey in Miami. And Bobby Wagner, who's back in Seattle. Aaron Donald low-key took a step back last year.
He did.
And it's crazy to say he still had a good year because he's Aaron Donald. But as far as him being dominant, it's the first year where he's had a drop-off.
Yeah, and I think he's the type of guy at this stage in his career who's 31, 32, where he can still be dominant, but he has to have some people around. Like, if he was on the Eagles, I'd be like, oh, shit, he can be dominant.
Yeah.
If he's on the Pittsburgh, I'd be like, oh, shit, he can be dominant.
Yeah.
But he's the only guy. He's the lone guy.
Yeah. So it's looking mighty fucking
shaky.
I'm
going under, dude. 7.5's a lot of fucking games, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy that their over-under was that high. I'm going under as well. I don't see it.
I think it's one of the best bets we've made.
I think Stafford doesn't finish the year.
No.
I don't think Cooper Kupp finishes the year.
I think Cooper Kupp's sneaky trade guy.
Yeah.
And Donald. Blow it up. Fuck it.
Yeah. I don't think all three of those guys, I feel like, don't finish the season.
But you guys can't be mad at the Rams. They've had 8 to 10 years of just fucking success.
Yeah.
Since they've got to LA, they've been A1.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to blow smoke. Deep playoff run, Super Bowl. From Todd Gurley to now, they've been successful compared to other franchises like Houston, Tennessee, Colts, who've been kind of middling. These guys have been successful. So, hey, it's good. This is going to be bottom. I think this year will be rock bottom.
Well, how do they do when they got to build a rebuild team? That's the next step.
And they showed they can build a team, but the way they won their Super Bowl kind of left it where it was going to fall off hard.
Exactly. So,
but I bet every team in the fucking league will be like, sure, no problem, we'll take it.
Right. Yeah. All right, let's move on to the Arizona Cardinals, who have a rookie head coach, John Gannon, coming over from Philly. Drew Petzing, defensive coordinator Nick Rallis, last year 4-3 or 4-13, fourth in the division, missed the playoffs, fucking train wreck.
Over under is 5.5, man. Ugh.
Look, I'm just going to say it flat out, man.
Looking
just to start this whole thing off.
Go ahead.
They're going to be the worst team in the league. They're shooting for it. They're going to trade Kyler. They're going in for the Caleb Williams sweepstakes. I don't think that's a fucking shocker, like world news right now.
I would say if I was them, I'd probably kind of, because I'm so tied to Kyler, I would almost want to say I will trade whatever Caleb Williams is. And you can get 6 first-round picks, whatever bullshit. But just looking at the roster it's like this is such a Cliff Kingsbury fucking team still. Like Marquise Brown, Rondale Moore, Greg Dortch. The O-line, I think, is going to be one of the pleasant spies of this team with DJ Humphries, Will Hernandez, and Paris Johnson. I think that'll be fine. But their defense is just bad. They have no corners. They have Buddha, but they've been trying to get rid of him for a while. Mm-hmm. I like Kazir White. I like BJ Ojolari. But who's going to rush? Yeah, lost DeAndre Hopkins. Lost Zach Allen, who had a lot of sacks for them last year.
Byron Murphy starting corner.
Byron Murphy, yeah, man. This is going to be, first of all, Kyler's going to miss the whole fucking year. They're not going to play him for a fucking snap.
You don't think so?
He tore his ACL. Why would you bring him? Well, okay, comes in week 10. They're 0-10. Whatever. Yeah. This team's going to be bad. It's I feel like it's kind of a mulligan year for Jonathan Gannon, where it's like, okay, we're going to be bad. Don't worry about it. Just get your bearings. We'll tackle everything next year. Do you agree?
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about John Gannon. You think he's the guy? Or you think he's just like a Steve Wilkes?
No. He'll be there. He's not going to get fired because this is a bad situation to come into. I think he's a good coach, but they got to build that defense up. The only guy I'm excited about on this fucking team is Isaiah Simmons. It's only guy I'm excited for. And let's see if he can unlock him, because there's been moments where we're like, Isaiah Simmons looks really good, but they just have the guy playing all over the place. It's like he can never get his bearings.
I feel like he's going to be a guy where we see his potential in his second contract.
Yeah, it could be maybe like Minka and the Dolphins.
Yeah, like a little bit on the lower side, because he's probably not going to have a breakout year, and he's going to get signed for weak money, and then he's going to wind up breaking out. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe something like that. I'm going under easily. 5.5 under. No quarterback. Colt McCoy, Kalen Toon, David Blow. Who is the Is that fake Mahomes? Is he on this team still?
Probably.
Which one's fake Mahomes? What was his name?
It's not David Blow.
No, it's not Caitlin Toon, but yeah, they're bad.
Yeah. I got them as the worst team in the league.
I'm with it.
So, under, obviously. Sorry, Cardinal fans. That's tough. I know how it feels. Man. Raider fan. So, been there, done that.
Can I rank my teams in this division?
Yeah.
49ers, Seattle, Rams, Cardinals.
Same order. This one's easy.
Yeah. Division awards. Who's your MVP?
I'm going to go
off the fucking wall. Kenny Walker. Big fucking year.
Wow. I love myself some Kenny Walker.
That's kind of a sorry to him. Putting faith in him now.
We will never forgive you, Max.
Fuck him.
You a bitch for fucking not liking Kenny
We don't
Walker.
use that word. We don't use that word here.
All right. I'm going to wind up going Christian McCaffrey.
Okay. Coach? I go Pete Carroll.
I'm going to go Pete Carroll also.
Yeah. Defense player of the year?
You going to go Donald?
The more I think about it, no, I'm not. I think I'm going to go Bosa.
All right. I'm going
to go Fred Warner. I'll go Fred Warner.
Fred Warner?
Yeah, why not?
All right. I'm going Bosa. Bosa's just too ridiculous, bro.
Is there anyone in Seattle? Like Draymond Jones?
Tariq Woolen?
I don't really think he's going to be that. Like, I don't think he's going to be a better year than his rookie year.
Yeah. We'll see. All right. I think that's going to do it for the NFC West, man. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment down below any thoughts, opinions that you guys have about the NFC West. We'll see you next time. We out. Peace.